Another amazing day in the desert. If you suddenly hear rain, it is because, yes, it's been raining. And as we always say, it never rains in the Kalahari. Let's have a look at the leaderboard and see how the guys did. So at the top of the leaderboard in the men's at the moment, it's Hilton Dunn, who's pretty much got it in the can. Right behind him, Russell Nugent. And then a surprise, John Williamson, who's been looking for a podium for a number of years, and now he's got it. Dallas, your thoughts on the men?
Yeah, so, it's the race is not over. We've got one more day left, but as a betting man, Hilton's definitely got this one in the bag.
Yeah.
Russell, same. I think he's got a buff of estimation about 20-25 minutes, and John's got third. So I was fortunate enough to see all the guys come past me before they hit camp today, and all of them had big smiles on their faces. Obviously, John was, I just said to him, he can't lose it from here. He's third position, and he was like, "It's never over until the fat lady sings." And I said, "Well, you got to sing, mate." So I think the boys top three done.
And in the ladies, well, we had a change in the leadership after day one. Unfortunately, Erica had a bit of a bug and things turned down for the worse for her. But she's been there, she's hung in to second place. And of course, Helen's taken it to first. And I think Helen's pretty much clinched that one. I think she's got over an hour in the lead there. And then in third place, all the way from New Zealand, we've got Annabelle Latz. And really nice to see her coming up doing so well. And Dallas, what do you think of the ladies?
Yeah, so a big surprise, everybody that would have followed the race last year and knowing Erica was coming back would have put their money on Erica winning it hands down. Obviously, she had a little bug, and that set her back quite a bit. She lost, I think, an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And, the true sort of person and runner that she is, she dealt with it. And she knew that she couldn't fight back an hour and a half, and she was happy just to sit back and take in the Kalahari with Annabelle, a New Zealander, top runner. I think she runs with or for Benny.
Yeah.
So I think third place is the first time round.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if she comes back to see what she can do.
Always with a smile on her face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're suffering. We know they're suffering, but there's always a smile, like, yeah, having a good day. Yeah, the ladies, that's one thing I've seen. The ladies have always got smiles on their faces.
Yeah.
The men are quite serious. I don't know whether that's just in their makeup, but the boys, they don't give too much away.
And then, of course, we're very fortunate to get a little bit of a moment with the doc today and chat to her. This is her first event. This is the first time she's ever been out here. And we had a little word with her about how she's seen the event, how it's rolled out for her. And we asked her where she thought the shortfalls were with the runners. And the first thing, obviously, we spoke about was feet. And hell's teeth, we've seen some bad feet this year.
The feet are looking pretty intense. Last night after their 77-kilometer leg, and a lot of people have decided to just take it easy today, and a lot of people are walking just to conserve a bit of energy and have a bit less pain when they're walking. So it's really blister management and just trying to get everyone through to the end. Lorraine definitely wins the award for worst feet of the event. She's just going very slowly. She's using her walking poles, and I'm just keeping an eye on her.
Dallas, what do you think of the foot situation?
Well, there could be a number of reasons, Simon. One is probably just bad foot management. Two is guys maybe not rotating their socks, or it's hard to pinpoint something like that. Soft feet, guys that are office bound, wearing closed shoes. There's a guy, Michael, who's a waterman, and he's either on the beach or in the sand or surfing or whatever the case is. He doesn't have a single blister. Like Tony last year, nothing. Your feet are what carry you.
Yeah.
And if you can't manage them, and if they're just not built for that, they are going to go to pot.
And I think, we were measuring temperatures on the ground this year, 51, 61, around there. I mean, obviously, your feet are in constant contact with the ground.
With the heat, yeah.
And if you're not managing them at every checkpoint and you're not checking to see if sand and stuff's getting in there, it just takes 1 or 2 little grains of sand. You run for 10 Ks like that.
Yeah,
And the trouble starts.
exactly. I think Kim van Ket's, she's always alluded to like looking after her feet. I'm not sure what her secret is, but Kim's run and done some crazy stuff. Her feet always come out tops.
And then we've had a hell of a lot of retirements and a lot of people going down on the drip.
We've had quite a few people who have needed a drip. Yeah, like I said, the heat, the first 2-3 days really seemed to get to people. We were fortunate in that a few people were actually able to go on after receiving a drip, yeah, it can work magic for some, but it is an indication of really just the extreme conditions that we're dealing with.
Our doctor alludes to health and safety first of the runner. So,
Yeah.
you know, you're not going to deny a runner an intervention, and it's only one intervention.
Yeah.
The second one, then, you know, then you're out.
The general consensus amongst the guys who've done this race, and more, those are guys who've done it more than once, and they're all saying this is the toughest they've ever had it.
Yeah.
So I think it's a combination of a number of things, not necessarily the highest temperatures we've had, but consistently high temperatures every day.
Yeah.
Consistently starting early temperatures, high temperatures every day.
Yeah.
I do think that the first 2 days were quite tough in terms of the course itself, and also just the temperatures. It was very, very hot in the gorges, and guys were getting through their water quickly. They were really struggling with the heat. I do think there were that a few dropouts was maybe a bit of a lack of preparation, which obviously you see in the first day or two of the event. But I was a little bit surprised at the dropout rate.
Well, it's been a hell of a good day's racing, and the guys have put in some really fast paces. We found Hilton at the end of the day, and he was on fire. How was that finish?
Yeah, incredible, eh? I said to Sunil that Hilton ran like a man possessed today. He knew what he had to do, and he went out and done that. The emotions ran high for him. He ran to the best of his ability.
Yeah.
And that showed in his emotions when he crossed the finish line.
My last K was just over 4 minutes.
Yeah.
And overall I was aiming for sub 6 per K, and also to run the whole way. And
you did that today.
And make no mistake, Russell was putting on the pressure.
Yeah, listen, Russell Nugent,
He's a dark horse.
he's a
that
dark horse. Last year I said it. He's come back, he's got a second.
one. Yeah.
And I won't be surprised if he's back next year to either defend that second or, you know, try and better that time that he's run. He loves the race.
Well, that's it from us tonight. Tomorrow's the finish, and there's going to be a lot of excitement, and I think a lot of people are going to be very, very happy to see that finish line. They've been out there for 7 days. They have toiled, they have struggled, they have done everything, and they have managed to get there. We're going to be there to give them a big, big round of applause tomorrow. We'll see you then.